Good evening, everybody. We're watching the Moot Nayak, and today we are here to discuss about the ongoing situation in Manipur, the humanitarian crisis that has been unfolding in Manipur since past few days. So we have this is a live discussion wherein we'll be discussing about the ongoing situation, what unfolded in Manipur, and the aftermath of the crisis. So today we have with us Rubina Chani, who belongs from Manipur but is currently in Delhi after being evacuated by the Indian Air Force from the violence of Manipur. So I'll get to Rubina now. Thank you so much, first of all, Rubina, for joining us at this moment. And
Yep.
firstly, yeah, firstly, I would just like you to give us a short introduction of you to our viewers.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Robina, and I am from a village which is known as Khumujamba Meitei Laikai, which is in Churachandpur, Manipur, where the major crisis which is happening at the moment. I have been staying in Delhi because I'm married here. I've actually went back over there for a vacation, but I was stuck over there with my daughter. And so, do you want me to start on how it started?
Yeah. So just
Yeah.
you can begin with what really unfolded in Manipur. What exactly happened?
Yeah, so there were a lot of things going on before, actually things started out. So if I talk about the first thing, recently the CM of Manipur, which they have recently stopped the poppy plantation, where they have destroyed the poppy plantation. Because of that, the tribals were very unhappy about it, because some of the tribes, they were living on that. But again, having said that, even if they are living on it, that is still illegal, because they are producing drugs which is being used by the youth of Manipur, including the Meiteis, or it's Kuki or Naga or anybody. All the youth of Manipur, they are taking those drugs, which is not good. Now, that's one thing, that they were very unhappy about it. The second point is where, the ST, the scheduled tribe, that we have demanded that, being we are Manipuri, we are Meiteis, we look alike, the same, right? Don't we look like the
Right.
same? Do you, can you identify I'm a Naga or Kuki or Meitei? No, right? But we
Right.
are considered to be in a general category where we have never given any opportunities when it comes to job or any other facilities that's been given to the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe or an OBC. All right. So because of that, unless if we have a lot of money to pay to get the job, or unless we study and we get the job by our own merit, we hardly don't get any jobs. And that's the only reason why we think that we believe that, we should also get the scheduled tribe rights. It's not about purchasing lands in the hill area. Somebody who's already residing in valley, why would somebody want to go back and stay in the hill where they will not get a lot of facilities that they're getting right now? It's not just about the land. There are other things that they need to understand that, which on a majority they are not happy about it, because they don't want to share those rights. They feel that they would be getting less opportunity if that is being shared with the Meitei people, which is not true, which is definitely not true. Now, the third point is about the reserved forest area, where a lot of immigrants from Myanmar, because of the incident that happened in 2021, that they have been shifted to Manipur, and some of the cookies, because of the relation that we share, because of the culture that we share, they have been supporting and helping them. Now that they are letting them reside, they're letting them stay in our own country by making fake Aadhaar cards and all that stuff. And because the BJP leader, Mr. Biren, has actually um, destroyed them and did not allow them to stay in that forest. So those are the major three things that they have actually triggered them to create this major the problems that we're creating right now. On the 3rd of May, what happened was, the entire tribals, the unity of them, they were going on a peace march, solidarity march, which is absolutely fine. They called it as band. Nobody is allowed to go out. No shops were allowed to open in Churachandpur district. So we, in fact, I was there at that point. and we were not even allowed to go out of our own home. So we were entirely isolated, and we were staying at home. And all of a sudden, we got to hear that they have started firing some of our Meitei's house in an area called Torbung, which is about 25 kilometers from my village. And now, how did it started? There is a gate, Anglo Cookie War Sanitary Gate. Now, that I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong word, but that's one of the gate which belongs to Cookie, and that is also located in the area which is dominated by the Cookie people. Now, you imagine on a day which is called as a band, nobody is allowed to go out. How would somebody like me would go to their area and try to burn that gate? Do you really think a gate which is made of iron or a steel would be burned by uh, tire, vehicle tires? If I burn the vehicle tires on the pillar of that iron steels, will that gate burn down? No, that's not possible. This is a propaganda that they've created to make a reason to start the war. They've created this news and they spread those news that the Meitei people have tried to attack those people, and that's how they started burning our house, right? And in Churachandpur, I would say there are like 12 villages. Those belong to Meitei people, and every single home has been burned down. Every single home, including my own home, my own house, my own temple. Nothing is left. Everything is finished. And the day when they've attacked us, there was no place to hide. We were hiding in one of my uncle's house. Almost about 1,000 women and kids and pregnant women and elder people. We were hiding over there, praying every second to save our brothers, our father, our uncle. They were fighting for us. A lot of people were injured while saving us. Okay. And the next day, the entire night, we could not sleep. We're trying to contact the Manipur police, the Indian army, so that they can help us, give us some security. But till 3 a.m. in the midnight, nobody came to help us. By the time a lot of houses were burned down, things were already out of control. And by 3:30, they said that the army people are coming to rescue us, and we were standing in the market, in the road, so that they can come and pick us. But by 9 o'clock, until 9 o'clock, nobody came. We were standing with the kids, with the chaos that we have, and some people started already throwing stone to us, the tribes, because they were angry with us. I don't know why they were angry with us. We are all innocents, right? If they have a problem with the government, they were not happy with the decision made by the government, why don't they go to the government? They should demand, they should protest, they should go to the government and put their complaints. But why are they putting all the problems, or why are they, you know, uh, giving the problem to us? Our house has been destroyed, our property has been taken, every shop that is owned by Meitei people has been looted. Every possible, things has been taken away. Money from the mandirs are taken away. Now, in such situation, will the Meitei community stay calm? No, right? They would definitely want, my relatives who are staying away in the valley, my people who are staying far, they have also started doing the same thing in Infal. Okay, now the situation is in such a condition that both the parties are facing the same situation. A lot of people from Cookies are stuck over there. A lot of people from, Chorachandpur, my people, are still stuck there. They cannot come out. They were in vehicle, they were coming towards Moirang, but they've stopped them on the way. They've stopped them. My own brothers are still stuck in army camp. And the day that they were stuck in army camp, the first night there was a lot of firing going on. The Cookie militants, they've literally come down from hills and they started firing to them. Then the army people has actually protected them. They've guarded them, and I'm really thankful for that. That the president rule that has actually applied. This has helped my brothers, protecting. And the same goes for those people as well. The innocent Cookies who are staying in Imphal, they have done nothing wrong. Just because of some people, or probably this could be a plan for someone, right? Some leaders. behind them who is actually pre-planned, and they've executed in such a way. But now things have turned in such a way that everybody is crying now. We are crying, cookies are crying. Now who is going to be responsible for this, and how are we going to regain the the things that we have lost, the families and the properties that we have lost, right? Second thing, what are the plans for rescuing the people which are stuck on both the sides? There is no progress on it. They have been doing meetings from last 2 to 3 days. Today is the third day my brother is stuck in army camp, and there are almost about 5,000 people that are still stuck in Churachandpur district. 5,000 people, including my sister who is 7 months pregnant, and she is not in a very good condition right now. So I don't know what to say. I don't want to blame them because I know they have also lost a lot of lives. We have also lost a lot of life. And this is the time that we both, each group has to understand what we have lost, and we need to bring peace in our own state. That's where we grew. There was a time when we have lived like a brothers and sisters, and now we are in a situation where we're trying to kill each other, right? So I would, if you can, pass my message to the leaders who has the power, I would really request that, they released our brothers who are stuck in Churachandpur, and people in Imphal, the people who are stuck, the Kuki peoples or the tribal peoples who are stuck, they have been rescued and they have been released and, brought to a safer place, so that there can be peace in the city and in the state as well. And this is all what I want. I don't want anything right now. I just want my brothers to be back. I want my family to be back. That's it.
Also, Rubina, it's, in the state, internet has been totally shut down right now. And since you're saying your own family members are still there, so have you been able to be in touch with them, and what are they saying as of the current situation?
Yes, I got in touch with my brother today after 3 days. There was no internet, and in fact, they were not given phones as well. For some reasons, their phones were being switched off for last 3 days, and today somehow my brother called me up from a different number, letting me know that he's fine, he's safe, and the army people are protecting them, and they're getting food. So, which is a little relief for me, but having again, even if he says that I am fine, until and unless I see my brother with my family, I'm not going to be satisfied, right? On the other hand, there is another camp, where my sister, who is 7 months pregnant, she is not in a good condition because there is less supply of food, there is less supply of water, there is less supply of medicines. People are fainting, people are vomiting, and there are 2,500 people in one building. Imagine, what are the things that they are getting, what are the facilities that they are getting. So I really want, as soon as possible, if they can get those people out, I think this will definitely bring, to help, and it will help us to make the state calm. The Meitei people would also calm down once they know that the people are released and they are no longer in the district, Churachandpur district, where they are in the danger. So that will actually help them to calm down as well, until and unless they get the information that our people are no longer under them. How would they calm down? They are still, a lot of our friends, a lot of our relatives are angry because we have lost our people, we have lost our families, we have lost our temples, our major famous. They have been targeting the major bigger temples, and they're burning down our temples, the place where we believe our god, our rituals, everything. I know that, the BJP leaders and everything, they have demolished one church, but that doesn't mean that they have to break down our temple, right? Whatever concerns they have, whatever problems they have, they can always go through the law, they can always go to the governments directly. There are a lot of leaders in the Kuki tribes, there are a lot of leaders in different tribals through them they can get the support and they can go for the demand whatever they want, isn't it? There are ways, there are different ways of fighting for the rights that they want. There are always every state has problem, every culture, every religion has problem, but there are always different ways. There's no point, or the violence will never bring any peace or any solution to any problem. If these people have not started burning our house, our home, our temple, why would our people go ahead and do the same to them, right?
Right.
If they would have ended their march, whatever the solidarity march they call it, with the AK-47, they are, they are holding and shouting, screaming, abusing our CM. That's the peace march they call it. But again, forget it. That's how they take it. It's okay. But if they would have ended that march peacefully without destroying anything, or probably without harming anybody, will do you think we would be in this situation right now? No, we would
Absolutely.
never be in this situation, right? So now I don't want to even talk about who has started and who has not started, because that is never going to bring a solution right now. So my only point is, if through you or through any other sources that I can, I want my brothers back, I want my families back. Until I get my family, I am not going to be happy. Until they get their family, they are also not going to be happy. So the leaders here in India, in Delhi, Manipur, anywhere who has the authority, they really have to consider this, and they really have to take the action as soon as possible to bring the peace in Manipur, to calm down the people of Manipur.
Right. Also, Robina, like you were evacuated from the crisis that is ongoing in Manipur. So, along with you, how many other people were there, and what were the resources, and what was the condition that you have been brought to Delhi?
Right, right. So the day, this was on the third of May was the day when they attacked us. The 4th of May morning was the day when I was being evacuated. So there were only two vehicles, available, and there were more than 4,000 people waiting for us to be taken out. All right. So a lot of waiting time. There were a lot of waiting times because there was only two vehicles. So now what happened? Our our society, our village, the leaders and all, they have talked to them, and they have taken the permission that we will take our own cars as well, as long as the armies are protecting them, rather than waiting for their vehicle to take us one by one, because that would be, the sun would set again and anything can happen by then. So we agreed to that, and there were a lot of vehicles, the private vehicles that they have, voluntarily came out that we will take you and we will drop you as long as the army people are there. And there, on the very first round, I think there were about 1,200 people, including me and my daughter, that we came out with about 5, 6 army vehicles. On the way, they have stopped us. On the way, being army with us, armies are there protecting us, knowing the fact, they threw stone on us, they hit the cars, they broke the glasses of the car. Some of the people got injured on the head, and throughout the 30, 35 minutes of the journey, I had to travel protecting my daughter, bending down in the car, because we were not even in the condition to even look around what's happening, or probably put my head up, because we were worried that at any point of time they can throw stones, they can hit us from the back, from the side. And that's how scared we were at that point. And at a point, I actually kind of gave up everything, and I called my husband and I said that I will never come back, and I don't think I'm going to come out from here, because seeing the crowd, seeing the crowd who was stopping us there, it was just, an angel that was sent by God at that moment. If it was 5 minutes late, then I could have not been here, I would not be here as well. That was the worst situation. They were just about to hit us, and the army people came from the backside, and they kind of scared them, and they started hitting them, and they ran away. Otherwise I would have died at that point as well.
Yeah, because it's a grim situation as you're telling, and what we are hearing from the news sources. So also. On your personal level, what do you feel that government is doing enough to curb this, or what are the steps they're taking, and what should they do to, handle this comparative situation altogether?
See, I don't think government, specifically if I talk about the Manipur government, I don't think enough actions has been taken on time, which is necessary, because the on time action is the most important and the crucial thing. Because if that would have been taken on the very day itself, the day when this problem has started, things would not have been escalated to this level. Okay. On the 3rd of May, when we were asking for help, crying for help, pleading for help, everywhere and anywhere possible, nobody was there to help us. Not even one single policeman came to my village to help the Meitei peoples. And that is the most, the the one of the worst thing that has angered a lot of Meitei community, Meitei people, that why are they not supporting us? It's not, this war is not about Kuki, Meitei, um, or any other tribe. Police is not to serve just those tribes, right? The Manipur police is to serve the every citizens of those states, regardless of Meitei, Kuki, Naga, whoever, whatever it is. They are supposed to be protecting those people, right? But in Churachandpur specifically, they don't have the rights, they don't have the power, and they were not protecting us unless until the time there was a major who was being taken out from the power and changed to a different major. I don't remember his name, but yeah, uh, a new major was appointed by removing the previous one, because the previous major was not giving any order to protect us. They were not giving any permission to enter the state, enter the city, or enter the town and protect us. So um, now that I feel, even the CM has uh, don't have the power, the president rule which has been taken, this is uh, a lot better. Because of that, there is a changes in today's condition in Imphal as well. Some of the shops were open, people were able to travel, and I think this will definitely bring a lot of changes in Manipur situation. But one thing will always remain is, until and unless we don't exchange the people, until unless we don't exchange the people, some or the other, where people will still keep fighting here and there. Even if the army peoples are there, they would still keep on fighting unless we exchange that. So my only appeal is to do that, or take this as a immediate necessary things to take it up, and bring some peace in our state, calm our people, because the destruction which has happened, it will take more than 2 to 3 years to kind of, come to the stage where we were before.
Right. So it's altogether a grim situation. And also, since you've been back from Manipur, you're in Delhi right now, so you must have been seeing those news reports that are coming from Manipur. So I'm sure you must be reading all of it. So do you think that those news reports are justifying the exact current situation in Manipur? Because there are, reports that not many people are covering the exact situation of Manipur. So do you feel they're doing justice to what the exact situation that is unfolding right now in Manipur?
No, no, I don't believe this is absolutely, because I am somehow not happy as well, because a lot of news channels are not even covering, a lot of news channels are
Right.
not even showing the truth as well. And I have seen some of the news. I don't want to name the news channel, but yeah,
Yeah.
some of the rumors, which is not even right, false statement, which has been created by groups to create more problems, to create more fighting. Those are being covered, but the actual problem has to be covered. I would really appreciate if the agencies and all, if they can go to the ground and find what's happening, what's the progress, what are the plans, and how are they relieving or rescuing the team. That will definitely bring some impact to the people as well, rather than just showing what's the how many house has been burned down, how many people has been died. Instead, If we show some kind of love towards each other, that they are helping each others and trying to exchange, and the governments are what's are the efforts that they're putting in to bring the peace in the country, sorry, in the state, that will help calm those peoples as well, right? And again, I don't know why, but this is surprising to me that in fact in Delhi as well, a lot of people today, they have gone to Jantar Mantar for rally. Okay. And in Delhi as well, some of the situations has been worsened because of the students, the young students, they're angry because their families has been destroyed, the house has been destroyed. So the war is happening in Manipur, but people here in Delhi, the students, the young students are getting affected in Delhi over here. That
Right.
also needs to be taken under control, because they can't fight over here because of whatever is happening in Manipur, right? So they have to give some lights here as well. And I would really appreciate if some of the news can be because, as you know, there is no internet from the Manipur. We can only connect over the phone. We can't see
Right.
what's happening there unless anybody, somebody, or some of the news agencies go there physically and see what's going on. How will somebody trust what's going on? I can only
Correct.
explain what I've seen and what I've gone through, right? But there are a lot of people, others as well, who wants to say a lot of things that needs to be covered as well. This is from the Meitei side. There could be a different stories from the Cookie side as well. What they think about it, right? So somebody has to cover that. Somebody has to understand from both the sides, and get the clarity on how it happened, why it is happening, and what is the solution, or what are the plans that they have for the next steps.
Yes. Okay. So, Rubina, thank you so much for your time, and I really wish and pray that your family members get back as soon as possible safely.
Thank
So
you.
this was yeah. So this was Rubina talking to us, describing the situation that is currently ongoing in Manipur. What all has unfolded. We have really been able to talk to her, and she has been really helpful in telling us whatever the situation on ground reality. So thank you so much for joining us today, and keep following Moose Life for further updates. Thank you.
Thank you.